I love you. We shared a deep kiss and were announced as a married couple.
Honey, don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
I took Mad as my wife in front of all the people that had humiliated me, and I embraced being the freak.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another true animation story. Now, today's story is called I Married a Zombie Doll. Oh my word, okay. But before we get into this video, you guys gotta give a like, okay? So click that like button, make it turn blue, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet. Click on that subscribe button, make it turn grey, and ring the notification bell on, and that will keep you updated on all these true, so-called true animation stories, and all the other cool fun reaction videos that we do here. Let's just jump straight into this video, because I'm just not really worried about this video. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Magic earphones on. Let's see what this person's talking about.
Hello, everyone. My name is Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. And okay. Please explain why you fell in love with a zombie doll.
And after being humiliated all my life, I fell in love with a zombie doll. But let's start from the beginning. I always felt a little bit weird and out of place with other people. I liked horror stories and zombie movies.
Okay, zombie movies and horror. Zombie movies and all horror movies and that. There's nothing wrong with that. Most people like it, I think.
Since I was little, and I was weirdly fascinated by death. My mom hated me for it. Anytime we'd go to a grocery shop together, she'd always ask me to go to another aisle to get things so we wouldn't be seen together. She kept forcing me to be normal, even sexy. Like, I remember being about 8 years old, and she came into my room and brought me a present. I was so excited, but then I saw this really sexy big lace bra that was wrapped in it.
Wait, hold up. Who gives their 8-year-old daughter lingerie? No. She's a kid. Why would you want... Okay, alright, okay. You know what, okay. Let's just... okay.
For her, anything was better than the way I was. My father was completely different. He accepted me. On Halloween, we'd have the best time together, decorating our house and our yard all spooky. When my 13th birthday was coming up, he gave me the greatest gift I've ever received. This strange zombie doll that was close to my height. I decided to call her Maddison. Mad for short. Back then, I didn't know how important she would be throughout my life. When I was 17, my life changed completely and for the worst. My father died from a heart attack, and I was still grieving when another man moved into our house. Grant was my mom's coworker that she suddenly fell in love with 2 seconds after my dad's body got cold. He walked around in his underwear all morning, burping and drinking beer at 8 a.m., and he kept on commenting on the way I looked. One morning, I was cooking breakfast when he walked up to me. I felt his eyes staring at my...
Relax, dude. Whoa, chill. Don't be a creep now.
Ew. That's gross. No.
body when he said, "With a good tight dress, your bum would look wonderful." I tried telling my mom that he was a creep, but she wouldn't listen. I remember sitting in my room on my bed, crying and hugging Mad for comfort. It felt like she was the only one there for me since my father died. I was so tired of being ridiculed for who I was that I decided to change. That 1 week was revolutionary for me. My mom and I went on a shopping spree. She bought me a flowery dress, high heels, some makeup, all the right tools for me to be the daughter she'd like to have. That next Monday, I went to school as a different person. I even tried getting into character, changing the way I talked, smiling way more, and not arguing with people. After math class, one of the school jocks, Porter, came up to me, took my purse, and offered to walk me home. I kept hearing my mom's voice in my head saying, "Just don't be weird, Wendy." So I listened to him talk about his football games, laughed at his jokes, and smiled. When we reached my doorstep, he caressed my cheek, told me that I was easy to talk to, and kissed me tenderly.
This guy really likes you. But does he actually know that you have a zombie doll? He's going to keep it a secret. It's going to come out. It's going to come out and it's going to bite you in the ass.
Goodbyes, and I went home. That very second, I was met with the gazing eyes of my new stepfather and mom. "See, I told you you could be a catch," Grant said, and my mom laughed as if it wasn't disgusting.
Dude, ew. Why you pull that face? What's wrong with you? Ew. You are a... dude, seriously, that is your stepdaughter. Don't be a gross now.
I went to my room immediately, sat closely with Mad, and talked to her. We were holding hands, and I felt like myself. That year, I lived a double life, but it got crazier and crazier until it finally got out of hand. Grant kept telling me how sexy I looked, and my mom seemed to be jealous. She wanted to spend less and less time with me, and one weekend, she just decided to go on vacation with Grant alone. I was getting very popular in my school, and for a minute, it felt great. It was nice not to be outcast as a weird girl, to be treated as a human being, as a lovable person, even to get compliments. I kept dating Porter. I think I even started falling in love with him. So when my mom and Grant went on their vacation, I decided to throw this cool party at my house and invite a bunch of kids from my school. It was pretty cool.
Well, hold up. Wendy, that's a bad idea. I wouldn't do it. Just, please, I would not. Hear me out. Don't do it, okay? Don't do it. They're gonna find out about your zombie doll. And you're gonna be... Just don't do it, Wendy. I'm begging you. Cancel the party. Don't do it. You're gonna regret it.
At first, some guys were hanging out by the pool, drinking. Some were listening to music and laughing in the living room. I was going crazy and dancing on the table in the kitchen when my biggest nightmare came to life. As I was having the time of my life, I heard someone laughing loudly and coming down the stairs. I wouldn't have paid that much attention to it, but I saw something that the girl was carrying in her arms. I understood that she had been snooping in my bedroom. That girl, Demi, literally turned off the music, stood in the middle of the living room, and shouted, "Look at this freaky thing!" as she waved my doll. I was livid, furious. That very moment, I stopped caring about my public image or that I was supposed to be the cool girl. I jumped from the kitchen table to the floor, went to her, and took Matt out of her arms. Porter tried telling me to chill as everybody was looking at me. I asked them all to leave and they burst out laughing. "Is this your girlfriend?" Demi laughed. All I could hear was laughter. I felt so trapped and humiliated. "Leave!" I shouted, and everyone finally started gathering their stuff and leaving.
What did I tell you? I told you. They were going to find out. I told you it wasn't going to work. It was not going to work. Oh, okay.
leaving my home. Porter was the last to leave. He turned to me with hate in his eyes and said, "Freak." That night, I cried my eyes out, hugging Mad and caressing her weird zombie hair. I hated them laughing at me, but I hated myself even more for trying to pretend I was like them. As I calmed down, I looked deep into Mad's eyes. She seemed to understand me. After that night, I became a pariah at school, but I stopped caring. I went back to my old true self, wearing gothic dresses, having raven black hair, piercings and all. One of those days, a really special day, near my 18th birthday, I was sitting on my bed talking with Matt about horror movies I'd seen and how I'd love to make one and all of my dreams when I looked into her eyes and felt love. I know it's weird, and maybe she reminded me of how much my father had loved me, but I felt like she was the only one that let me embrace my true self.
Starting to fall in love with a doll, with a toy. Okay. Just carry on.
Every time I was close to her, I felt goosebumps and my heart racing. That's when I hatched a plan. A glorious plan. Not only to finally live happily ever after, but to get revenge on my mom and stepfather. It was my 18th birthday. I took out my father's savings that he had left me and gave myself the most beautiful celebration of all, a wedding. I sent my mom an invitation. I sent some of the people at school invitations. I got a photographer. I sat Mad down at the end of the aisle. I got the most beautiful big black dress I could imagine, and I walked down that aisle with my favorite rock song playing in the distance.
Are you seriously gonna go with this plan? Wendy, it's not gonna work. Didn't you learn from your house party? It's not gonna work, Wendy. Cut it out.
I told my vows to her while my mom watched in disgust, and my classmates couldn't take their eyes off of what was happening. I said to Mad, "You make me love myself, and you help me to be true to myself, and this is why I love you." We shared a deep kiss and were announced as a married couple.
Don't be such a square. Everybody who's anybody drinks.
I took Mad as my wife in front of all the people that had humiliated me, and I embraced being the freak.
No, except that one little guy, half asleep. He's like, nom, 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 nom. Oh, wait, what? Oh, we got a wedding. Okay.
Sure, my mom nearly had a heart attack as she rushed back home and cried her eyes out. But you know what the strangest thing is? Nobody else seemed to mind. On the contrary, everyone else clapped and shouted and laughed and screamed with excitement, as if I was a rock star and this was the best performance that they had ever seen. 2 months later, I graduated from high school and went to university to study cinema. And I was so happy that I didn't let myself be bullied into becoming normal because I didn't want a normal life. I want to be extraordinary. I want to be weird. I want to be strange. The most genius works of art came to life because people let their imaginations run wild. And I believe that Mad, my zombie doll wife, will inspire me to do something great, too.
Okay. Alright. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Kudos for you then. If you want to go that way. Kudos for you, Wendy. Well done. Okay. That's not really what you should do, but kudos. Okay, well done. If that's what makes you happy, then well done. Good for you. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think Wendy was crazy to marry a zombie doll? Let me know. Put those comments down in the comments section down below, please. And do give this video a thumbs up Smash that like button. Make it turn blue. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. Ring the notification button, because that will keep you updated on our next true animation story. Thanks for sticking around and watching this video with me. I'm gonna go wash my brain. I don't know what to say. Just guys.